you're a small business owner, chances are good that that's a big part of your identity. And also, let's be clear, there is no separation between business life and life. It's all life. It's all your life, and you bring the same skills, wisdom, and beliefs and assumptions to both. Every new experience, good or bad, provides a chance to learn about yourself and who you want to be. And the business owners who adapt and change as needed and who find healthy ways to do it are setting themselves up to be the most fulfilled. This is part of a series of videos about how to create alignment between your life and your business. And so far in this series, we've talked about identifying what really matters to you and how to spot assumptions you're making about what a successful business looks like. You can access that playlist up here. In this video, we are going to apply both of the things that you've already learned in this series, plus do a little dreaming so you can envision your own aligned business goals. You'll probably want to take some notes. Hi, I'm Sally. I help overwhelmed small business owners transform their businesses to take better care of their clients and themselves. It's tough to set goals when the world is constantly shifting and changing, and that's also why it's more important than ever to do it. A business vision that is aligned with your purpose gives you a direction. It provides an anchor and it keeps you focused on where you're headed. With a solid sense of where you want to go and how that direction supports your purpose, you can more easily evaluate which choices will help you get there and eliminate distractions. To quote baseball legend Yogi Berra, if you don't know where you're going, you might wind up someplace else. So let's set some goals, or at least learn the process so you can do the work on your own later. The very first thing you need to do when setting goals for your business is get clear on your big, capital D, dream for your business. What is your ultimate vision for it? And as I've said before, specificity is always your friend in business, and focusing on your ultimate big dream is no different. Get as specific as you can with this. The more specific and clear you can get about your vision for your business, the more easily you'll be able to figure out the path you need to take to make every part of it happen. And as you're dreaming this dream, make sure it aligns with what your ideal life looks like and that your top 5 values are well represented. When creating your business vision, it can be helpful to have a sounding board. I'd love to support you in that with a 30-minute alignment conversation. My contact information is in the show notes. Once you've got a nice, big, clear, specific, ultimate business vision, take a good hard look at why you want this. Why do you want this specific business to happen so badly? What will you gain from making it real? What will it bring into your life that you don't have now? Who will you get to become as you make it happen? A why that matters deeply to you is what will keep you going when things are hard. It will get you up in the morning excited for the full day ahead, and it will give you the energy to complete just one more task before you're done for the day, especially if you're a purpose-driven entrepreneur. Now, I want to point out that there is nothing wrong with earning money or earning a lot of money being part of your why. If we didn't need to find something to exchange for staying dry and safe and fed and happy, we wouldn't be building businesses. We'd be taking long naps in the sun, playing, eating good food, and hanging out with the people we love. You know, like cats. I will say, however, that if making a lot of money is your only why, this is probably not the channel or even the video for you. I talk a lot about purpose and alignment and changing the world and feelings here, so be warned. Having said that, business is business. And if you want to make sure your business is serving your goals and your purpose, why not take advantage of my free business alignment audit? There's a link in the show notes. Now, before we move on to the next step, I want to make sure I have this fully spelled out. Your goal is your what. Your why is the passion that will get you there despite obstacles. You should be really, really clear on both of these before you even think about how you're going to make it happen. I am serious. People constantly give themselves a little peep at what and then shut things down with, oh, but how am I going to do that? There's no way. Ignore the how. Let the how go. Believe it or not, once you are freshly cleaned plate glass window clear on what you want and why you want it, how you're going to make it happen shows up with very little effort at all. I mean, we're not talking magic here. This is plain old human psychology. And no, how you're going to make it happen is not the next step either. We will get there, I promise, but there are a bunch of other things to look at first. Your next step, after figuring out exactly what you ultimately want your business to look like and why that matters so deeply to you, is to commit to bringing it to life. Now, that may seem like a silly thing to do, but so many people dream a big dream and then just don't do anything about it. They either allow their fears, limiting beliefs, and assumptions about what's possible derail them, or they get distracted by the day-to-day and their ultimate vision ends up gathering dust in a corner, where they occasionally glance at it, feel guilt and shame for not doing anything about that vision, and then use it as another way to tell themselves they suck. But that is not going to happen to you. You are going to make that dream for your business happen, and you are going to do that by committing to make it happen no matter what. You can support your commitment by doing some kind of physical ritual, even something as simple as creating a line on the floor with tape or string, saying out loud that you commit to making this very specific thing happen, and then, as you step across that line, visualizing yourself stepping across the threshold into the world where that commitment is true. Again, this is not human psychology, this is not magic. Your unconscious loves this stuff and believes it's real. Involving your body in the decision also means that every aspect of you is now participating, which reinforces your attachment to the commitment. And that's a note from a former actor. Also, give yourself some kind of visual reminder of what you're shooting for, a vision board or just a really evocative image. Make it real by bringing it into your world. Okay, next step. This is also not the how. This step is about figuring out your present circumstances, because you need to know exactly where you are starting from before you can figure out how you're going to create the path to where you're going. And these are the things you're going to need to take stock of. First, the skills and talents and expertise you possess. And here's where I get back up on my soapbox for a minute. An honest assessment of your capabilities is not bragging. There is no room for false modesty here. That is a dream killer. Don't give that ridiculousness any quarter. What assets do you and your team, if you have one, have as humans that will help you reach your goal? You will also need to identify the allies, support, and community who can help you achieve this goal. Who do you know with the connections or the knowledge you'll need? Who has taken a similar road before who can provide useful guidance? Who could be a good collaborator or partner? The third area you need to get clear on is your business financial situation. I am constantly amazed at the number of business owners who never get into the nitty-gritty of their financials. You can't be afraid of or have other issues with money and have a thriving business. Because while, yes, purpose is important, at the end of the day, you have a business to make money. Any limiting beliefs or fears or assumptions you have around money or your worth need to be dealt with so you can be clear about the financial health of your business, both what you have and what you need to move you forward. You also need to identify what you will need to acquire, including knowledge, connections, experience, money, equipment, space, and anything else you don't have now that is necessary for bringing your vision to life. Okay, now we get to how are you going to make your ultimate business vision real. But now you see, it's a realistic how, and not a how that's as unformed as your original idea of what you wanted your business to be. Now you've got specifics to go on. You know where you want to go, you know what you have, and you know what you need. Your how is simply figuring out a plan to meet those needs, one at a time. Now, I'm not saying it won't be hard. I'm not saying your fears aren't going to pop out at you from around corners. I am not saying that well-meaning people won't try to shut you down because your courage to move forward triggers all of their fears, although they won't tell you that's why. They may not even realize it themselves. I am certainly not saying you won't be challenged and stretched and have all kinds of growth opportunities. I am saying that your clear and specific what will help you build a well-defined roadmap, and your passionate and honest why will give you the drive to move forward through flooded out bridges and fallen trees and anything else life throws at you as you traverse that uncertain terrain between where your business is right now and your vision for what it can become. So what's your ultimate business vision? Please share it in the comments. And if you found this information helpful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm building a community of empowered business owners here, and you're an important part of that. Please also share this with anyone who would find this information helpful. I want to make sure they all have access to this kind of content. Thank you.